So hi guys, welcome back to the Spaceback podcast, and this is episode 8, and we have Anushka with us, and you guys might be knowing Anushka already. So yeah, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Anushka. I designed the first collection for Backspace India, and I was
And the
basically
branding and stuff as
and
well.
I did the branding and the brand identity, the logo, just in general, like the image and the perception of the brand was what I designed. So yeah.
Also, guys, this is a special episode.
Yeah, so
This
we
is
are
a
having a little fun today.
this is a play podcast, like
Yeah
V podcast.
we are playing
We're gonna play
golf
golf.
on V and having a podcast with it. So yeah, let's go ahead.
And that's the four of us.
We are selecting our characters.
So yeah, let's start the game and the podcast.
So, guys, this V golf thing is an exciting teaser for something that's gonna come soon. So, stay tuned for that. So, let's go ahead.
Yeah. So, any recent designs? What is the recent project that you're
Basically,
working on?
what are you working on, and like with specialization and what stuff you're doing?
So I basically just graduated, and what I'm working on now is very different from what I've been working, like what I worked on with Backspace. And I think some Backspace was very, like, it was a very different project for me, but it was something very exciting. But my specialization is different. Like, I'm like an industrial design practitioner, industrial design and product design. So what I'm doing right now is in that domain, like a little bit of human-centered design, a little bit of industrial design. Combination of that, very different from like the branding and visual communication side that I kind of did with Backspace.
Hmm.
So yeah.
By the way, we all are wearing the first collection right now. So I'm wearing the Candy Monster t-shirt. Jamin is wearing Akedo, and Avi is wearing Retro Racer t-shirt. And all are designed by Anushka. So, Anushka, while designing the Backspace logo and everything, like what came into your mind? What was the backstory? Like, how did you design our logo for Backspace?
Yeah, so the first few iterations that I did for the logo, I did on a paper napkin on a flight bag, and I still have that. And those logo iterations were completely different, where it just started with the name and breaking down the name into like its individual parts and seeing what that can mean, how an icon can visualize that, can be visualization of that. And if you look at that, those logos, those designs, they were completely different from the actual logo that came out to be. um yeah, the thing is that it was just a process. It started with, you know just different, like, fonts, also just seeing how it can be written in a more stylized manner, and then just thinking of like how back can be visualized, how you can represent back, going back, but still make it look interesting and kind of mysterious, not giving away too much about the brand, but also like keeping some intrigue in it. So
We were going a bit for the retro future vibe. That's why we went with the word Backspace.
yeah.
And I think the short logo it was derived from the actual key, the backspace key.
Yeah.
So in Android and in iOS, you see there's like a back arrow. So I think that's how this
Yeah, that was
short
the main
logo.
inspiration, and I didn't want to keep
Yeah.
it too similar to like the back and to just an arrow
Yeah.
also. So I mean, it took a lot of iterations, and then I think the idea just came
Yeah.
out to be with like combining couple
But yeah, it
icons.
really goes well with the modern streetwear aesthetic we were going for.
And also in our logo, you had named like if you translate these Japanese letters, it comes to India.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
encoded into the logo.
Yeah. I think at that point, like, the Japanese streetwear culture was a big influence when the brand was coming, was starting. It was, um, yeah. So I think like it was a key inspiration because of that. Because even y'all were very heavily inspired by like the culture and a lot of elements from Japan. So I wanted to include that in the logo, and I think that kind of made sense.
Even I don't know, guys, that was written. After like 1-2 months of launching, I got to know
What?
that it translates to India.
अच्छा कि इस पे it's hidden there.
But first we were really aiming to like keep it Japanese centric, and
Ah.
so that's why even if you see the retro design, it's got Japanese character, Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we still have it somewhat na in our brands like overall vibe. मतलब not like heavily, but like मतलब थोड़े थोड़े जगह पे there's a few like basically paying homage to it and
Yeah, we are trying to go for that retro cyberpunk.
हाँ मतलब थोड़ा बहुत अभी भी है but we didn't want to go all in on it
Minimal
because
influence. Yeah.
and brand also evolved down the line तो थोड़ा change हुआ but it's still somewhat there.
Yeah. And it's good to not like stay restricted to one
Yeah,
particular
because
style. Just
yeah,
keep switching, evolving.
fashion में तो it's always changing all the time, so
Yeah.
you can't just like stay stuck at one thing.
Yeah.
Also, the tote bags are also designed by her.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you order something from us, you will get that tote bag, and you can't buy it anywhere.
I will attach the
just
image.
showed, yeah. You know the nice stencils we बहुत ज़्यादा कर दिया.
ओ भाई
Shit.
भारी हो गया.
Shit.
चल ठीक है.
Not bad.
So how was designing for Backspace? Like, what was the whole process? Like, let's talk about the Candy Monsters, one of the most.
Now, yeah, we
It-
spoke about the logo. Now let's talk about the t-shirt designs and everything.
Candy Monsters, one of the most
Best selling.
design-heavy, best-selling,
It's still the best.
labor-heavy T-shirt to make. It was like nearly
Yeah.
impossible to combine screen and vinyl, but we did it. So, what was like the thought process behind? Where did you get the inspiration from? The elements and yeah.
I think the main idea, what I wanted to explore the most was just seeing like things that youngsters relate to. Youngsters, as in just teenagers,
Yeah.
relate to a lot.
Hmm.
And one main thing for me was like things like arcades and a lot of like pop culture elements. You have like things like just bright things like candy, that catches your
Yeah.
eye. And I wanted to use some very like um heavy designs, heavy concepts of like like monsters, or like just I saw this one image somewhere of like Godzilla, and just that visual was in my head. And what I also wanted to do with all of this was like look at things and try and piece in things that don't usually fit in together. So like I have a habit of observing a lot of things around me, and yeah, so I used to like just keep observing. And like I think I'd gone to an arcade, and that was one thing that kind of caught my eye.
Hmm.
Like they had a big gumball machine. Like
Yeah, I
outside.
remember in some mall. Yeah, we went to an arcade and we saw, bro, like if you see the design, it was really like that shape and everything. It literally is the same thing. I mean, I was like, bro, but this was after she created. We went to the mall and uske baad when we saw, we were like, bro, this is Candy Monster.
maybe subconsciously कहीं देखा होगा तो
Yeah, so
that
that's what I
got-
think. That's what I
हाँ,
picked up on.
हाँ.
Like something like a gumball machine.
Yeah.
And then yeah, like tried a lot of iterations of like fitting things that don't usually like conventionally fit in together, trying and combining things. Like somewhere there was an idea of using like an auto rickshaw. There was something of like using windows and doors, a lot of different ideas. And then I think this just came to be. And yeah, like I wanted to keep most of like the parts of the design like simple in the colors, and make like the monster stand out, like the dragon stand out. And another thing was like the whole Japanese influence was also there. So then again, the whole dragon monster thing was another thing that I was
Yeah,
looking at. Yeah.
it's your turn.
Bro, I think they're a little right. I think और क्योंकि there's a slope. हाँ 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 two.
On and हाँ 2 तक तो I think
2 तक bro, हाँ.
Oh,
Oh.
crazy.
Let's see who wins the first hole. It's a 9-hole game, by the way. So, how would you define product designing? Like, let the audience also understand a little bit more in depth.
Okay. One basic thing is that everything you use, like
Yeah.
you use all kinds of products.
Let's say this V remote.
Yeah. So essentially, product design is making something user friendly, making
Hmm.
a product, a consumer good, or like a gadget or some kind of device easier for a person to use. So that is just the
Hmm.
basic core function, like what it's boiled down to. In that, you have like a lot of types of product design where you can be dealing with things like gadgets, you could be dealing with goods, you could be dealing with um, your screens. That also comes under modern day product design where you're doing like UI UX kind of design, and essentially you're just making things more user friendly, easier for a person to be able to use them. And I think now it's evolved from just being like tangible products or just being screens to being a lot more, where you have like, you know, um, intersections with biotech, things with psychology. So it's, I think, evolved a lot. But essentially, the core of it is just to make things easier for the human to
Yeah.
use.
So product designing would include any and every product we use.
Yeah.
So some product designer is behind that.
Yeah.
So it is basically used for utility purposes and marketing purposes.
No, any product. मतलब तू iPhone use करता है, that is also designed by a product designer.
Yeah. So product design comes in everything. Even, I mean, you need product design for a t-shirt also. There would have been someone who would have designed the base of a t-shirt to design it such that it's, you know, functional, comfortable. Someone actually, you know, is able to wear it and is able to wear it easily. Anything, being able to use, like, even the shape of this remote, like it's sleek from, or it's like the thickness of it is such that you can hold in your hand, which would have been designed at some point. So it's evolved with the products that have evolved, but essentially that's what it is.
So like the testing part, say for example, someone wants to test, is this design finalized or not? So the designers work on the iterations as well, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
iterations are where it starts. It all
Yeah.
starts with the iterations.
Yeah.
You do a lot of sketches, renders, and it obviously depends from product to product as to whatever product you're working on.
Yeah.
And yeah, it starts with sketches, iterations, and then you develop multiple iterations, and then there's one that's finalized.
So basically prototyping and then
Yeah.
yeah. How did you decide that you want to get into product designing and not some other type of designing?
I
Maybe.
think I started with fashion back in school, like for like we had group 3 subjects.
Yeah.
So usme I was allotted fashion designing like by my school, and that's where it kind of started.
That was like the first exposure to designing.
Yeah, and I was very against it actually
Oh.
initially. Shit. Bro. Yeah, so I was very against it, but then I tried it out and I really, really liked it. I enjoyed it a lot, and from there, then I like knew I wanted to pursue design, and I started like classes for prep for design.
So
and
you
in
didn't
that,
actually select the subject, you just got it
I
allotted.
got it. It was allotted by my school.
Oh, so it
Group
was
3.
like,
It was fate.
yeah,
luck,
it was fate, yeah,
just
exactly.
chance, yeah. And yeah, they allotted based on aptitude and whatever they'd like noticed over the years. And after like I joined my class, usme like we had an aptitude test, and in that they said that my aptitude for product design was actually higher than fashion, and even then I was against it. But then like my parents pushed me to try it out, and I tried like 1-2 classes of that, and I actually enjoyed that much more than I liked fashion. So I think that's where it kind of began, and then it just cultivated over the years.
Nice.
But I think any product designer can become a fashion designer. And but
Yeah,
but
but-
I
no,
mean, not anyone.
But a
not even
fashion designer can't become a product.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say.
The fashion designing is like you don't even need a professional degree for that, I think.
Like you can learn whatever needs to be learned on
Yeah.
your own.
So what are your favorite, like, what is your favorite current, like, design?
Any design,
Any.
that's based ka, no? Or any,
Hmm.
like
Any-
any brand.
Like anything which caught your eye, caught your
Yeah.
mind. Like
I
this is
think
really good.
um, overall that's a little hard. Like
Yeah,
don't know, like
too
don't
many
know,
brands
like
out
too many
there.
brands out there. A lot
Yeah.
of like similar stuff also going around
Yeah,
in a lot of these brands, and there are some brands like doing
good.
innovative things, but then I think then ideas, inspiration comes. Some
Yeah,
people pick up things from other brands,
yeah.
but I think there's a brand called Mogra Designs, if I'm not wrong. Essentially, they upcycle things like saris and make corsets out of that. I thought that was really interesting. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like new brands coming up. I really like Gully Lab sneakers. Very, very interesting silhouettes and designs, and using a lot of Indian designs and patterns like the stitches. So I think that was quite like fun to look at. Probably will purchase. In terms of backspace, I really like the bottoms. I think Poketo is great. Poketo, it like it's very similar to like what a normal cargo would be, but still very unique from like compared to the rest. Like you can see the differences and you can look at it and know that there's something like new happening there. But it also like stays true to the silhouette of a cargo, and like it's perfect for someone who wants to experiment, like who's a little reserved but also like wants to experiment. So yeah.
And could you tell us about, like, you've done projects, you've done designs in your school and in your
School.
experience.
Design school, yeah.
Design school.
Yeah. Sorry.
So could you tell us about some, like, one unique design which you thought that, like, I've really worked on this?
Your own design.
Yeah, your own creation, and you really liked it,
Okay, I think
like the best.
I think this is my last project, the one that I just completed, my thesis. Basically, we worked with the Himachal Pradesh Forest Department, and we essentially had to come up with some kind of intervention for this one site in Shimla that they allotted to us. So what we made was we made a biosonic installation. So what that does is like the way us humans have pulses, plants also have impulses. So we tapped into those impulses, like the microvolts and like those basically the tiny tiny frequencies. We tapped into those, picked up on those using our sensor, our circuit, and converted those frequencies to light and sound patterns. So essentially, those frequencies are like we got the raw data from it, and we just converted that same data to light and sound patterns, and we built like an entire dome from scratch, like a 12 feet diameter, 8 feet height.
Oh yeah, I remember watching your stories.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, even I was impressed watching that.
Yeah, we built that from scratch. Then we made every light panel from scratch. We had like 36 panels, and we soldered like the whole matrix on each and every triangle of ours. So it would have been about 1,000 solders easily. And we were three of us working on it. And yeah, I think that was a very fun, interesting project. Saw a lot of positive responses with it. And I think like I also learned a lot of coding circuitry with it, and yeah, very interesting. Like I had a lot of fun working on
The dome thing sounds crazy, man. Like, itna crazy college project. How did you guys, like, where did you guys start? How did you guys get the inspiration and matlab,
it. So we started like we basically went to Shimla for our site visits to understand our space, and the goal was to enhance tourism in the area. So we had like about 4 sites, and we picked one after like multiple site visits. And over there, like, we were working on this thing called an arboretum, which is essentially a botanical garden for plant for trees. So we wanted to like create a connection with plants. So then we thought up a whole experience as to how we can do that, how we can make people understand the plants, like the way we like have senses. Like, it's very different from the way plants sense things. So we wanted to like just create that connection and let plants communicate for themselves.
Hmm.
So we planned out, like, mapped out a whole experience, ideated on a whole experience, like a walkthrough that would be there in the space where, you know, in the walkthrough, when you're walking, like, you're being told about the plants, and then you enter these dome-like spaces where it's like the plants are communicating with you through like light and sound. So that was essentially what the idea was, and it's all happening in real time. So yeah, like the core of it was just like creating a connection. And as for like inspiration, I think it just comes from observation personally, like
Hmm.
looking at things around you. Like, everything is inspired, all design is inspired. Like,
Yeah.
it's it's copying if you're lifting it directly, it's inspiration if you're like looking at something and, you know, just deriving something else out of it. So I
Hmm.
think in just observation is where it all,
You need to have a starting point.
yeah.
Yeah.
Look at things around you, like nature is your best
Hmm.
inspiration a lot of
Yeah.
the times.
So like, will they implement it? What was the outcome?
So a we've had a presentation with the CCF and
What exactly is CCF?
the Chief Conservator of Forests. He's the one who's in charge of it. But yeah, like, not giving away too much. Like, it's, I think, like in the works. So hopefully it
Hmm.
should get picked up. Let's see.
Nice.
The sound and the light, it is the real time signal process of the
All
plants.
real time. So in fact, the circuit, like the PCB, also was designed by my team member. We have done all the coding ourselves. We've done all the figuring out ourselves, like setting up light, sound, making the lights, even understanding, like, even with the sound, we've tried multiple methods. In one we've used like Python, and one we've used Touch Design, a lot of different things that we've tried out. So yeah, and it all happens in real time, and you can see the graphs, see the data.
So like, how did you learn coding? How did that happen?
I think I had like one or classes in college that taught me just the basics of it. Rest is, it just comes from trying things out on your own.
So they teach coding like for UI UX or
No. UI UX is just the visual,
the
like
designing of,
visual and the research part
yeah,
of it.
yeah.
There's no coding in that. We had like just a couple of classes to like explore creative coding, but in that it just teaches you like a very base level thing, and then it's up to you to explore. And I think we explored ourselves, and
Yeah. I think online you have a lot of resources
yeah,
nowadays.
and I got to learn a lot from my teammates
Teammates.
also, and like we kind of shared whatever pooled and resources that we had and everything.
Nice.
So
Okay, so let's say if someone is new and is interested to get into a design school,
Or product designing also.
so would you recommend them? And like, if they're really into
And
it,
what
then
should they do to get into
what should they
this
do?
field?
And also one more thing, if they like, I'm not able to explain it to you properly, but matlab, how would they know that yeah, I am into designing? Like,
I mean, I think like only a person would know, like if they're really that into it, like if it drives you, if you're really that passionate about it, like if you see yourself doing this even 20 years down the line. And it's like you may see that now, and then like halfway through design school you may not. Like, I had a massive like change in what I wanted to do after 3 years or 3.5 years of me like being in design school, and like about 5 or 6 years of me knowing that I wanted to get into this field. And that's fine, like things change. And as for like getting into the field, I think the main thing is curiosity. Like, you have to question a lot of things. You have to like just everything you look at, like you question why is it a certain way,
Hmm.
how could it be better, you know, like every
Hmm.
product you look at, or just every like a behavior you see in a person, like why is a person behaving a certain way, or like how are
Hmm.
they interacting with the product, or just basically in general being very curious. And once you start questioning everything, then I think like
Hmm.
naturally you start thinking like streamlining more and going towards
Hmm.
like thinking about products, like if that's what you're interested in, but
Hmm.
just in general like questioning everything.
Do they need to have the knowledge of Photoshop or maybe Illustrator, or do they teach them properly over there?
I mean, design schools, like I would say the good design schools don't teach you that as courses in college,
Hmm.
because that I feel is a waste of time, because you have a number of resources online free on YouTube itself, like that teach you how to use Photoshop, Illustrator, all these softwares. And once you start, like it's not hard to like learn that. It's
Hmm.
more, it's harder to learn like the design thinking, like just
Hmm.
understanding how to like solve
Yeah.
problems and just
At the
think
end
a
of the
certain
day,
way.
those are just tools.
Yeah.
If someone is creative, they'll learn how to use it.
If someone wants to like use like just pen
Pen and
paper
paper.
drawing,
Yeah.
that's also okay. Like someone wants to like sketch on Illustrator, that's also up to them. That's just a medium
Yeah. And like,
ultimately.
do you think people need a formal degree for this, or people are just doing it without degrees as well nowadays?
Like, can you start freelancing without degrees? Is that,
Yeah. Or
or
freelancing,
I
let's say if someone
get a
wants a
gig
job,
or a work job.
so
Yeah.
if they show their portfolio without any degree, would that work? Or
I think it's different for the different like branches of product design. For something like UI UX, I think you can still take a lot of online courses and
Hmm.
learn like from practice.
Yeah.
But with something like um industrial design, like you need to have a course. There's
Hmm.
a lot of like specifications that you need to learn. There's a lot of like things about products manufacturing you need to learn.
Hmm.
There's even the way you think, like you can't learn that from a course online.
Yeah.
And even like the more nuanced like
Hmm.
um branches of it, like when you're getting into things like biotech or like
Hmm.
more human centered design, even that like you need college to teach you that. You need to be around a lot of like people, like
Hmm.
minded people. You need to like learn from faculty who are there to like
Hmm.
shape your thinking essentially. And more than anything, like any place that's hiring like will not hire someone who's self-taught in terms of human centered design.
So product designing is basically, is it only in physical aspects or is it
No, no,
in
digital
no,
also.
digital UI
So
UX as well.
that is what she's saying. If it's online heavy, then you can still do it via courses online. But if it has more of a physical aspect, physical touch, then you need to
Yeah.
go to college
And if you're
to
going
learn
for
that.
say an art side of it, where you're making installations, where you're using things like creative coding, that you can still do on your own.
Hmm.
But more than anything, see, like more than anything, I think like design school like changes the way you think. It really
Hmm.
like shapes your thinking and understands, helps you understand how users behave, how users like
Yeah.
essentially how you humans like you know use products, how
Hmm.
they like react to situations, like just help you
Hmm.
like read people also.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So that I think is something you can't learn
Yeah.
on your own or from a course online.
But what I was asking is, let's say, for example, there is a financial investment plan. Because I'm doing finance, I'm asking that. So you have to design that investment plan according that fund according to your investor. That is that also does that also come under product designing? Because it's a product I'm selling, I'm designing it.
I think not really. It could if someone like does their research on it a lot, but still like someone say from my field would not have as much expertise as you do, for example. So it's not something that like it doesn't make sense for a designer to work on that. But now I'll give you an example. Say you've made like a whole plan, okay, but like a very basic thing, like some maybe a graphic designer could make it easy, or an information designer could make that information easy to understand, or make it easy for someone to perceive the information, for them to like be able to absorb it, you know.
The Excel you are using to design that model was
Oh damn.
that probably involved a product or UI
Yeah,
UX
yeah.
designer.
More than like either
Yeah.
UI UX
Basically,
or
it
an
should be
information
like-
designer.
Kind of tangible, like plans and
That plans and that more comes under the financial.
Bro, I think that would come under consultancy.
Yeah.
could be, huh?
Yeah, because you're making a plan for something.
Yeah, because you're consulting them.
Yeah.
That is more of like services.
It is.
You are providing someone a service.
Yeah, it is.
So I think service doesn't come under. Obviously,
You
it's not a
have
product.
like services also that can be designed, but I think more than anything, finance ka expertise someone in design wouldn't have. So
Yeah.
it's like we can, if you're giving us the information, then we
Basically,
can,
collaborative project.
या collaborative फिर भी हो सकता है, but
Or
अगर
like what,
information हमारे पास नहीं है, तो then for us to do the whole research would still not be
As good as the
as good as
finance
someone
guy.
who's done a degree in it, you know.
Yeah, I think that's where there is a line between service and consultancy and in product designing.
Yeah.
That's where it comes, I think.
Even service design जो होता है उसमें it's more of you're designing like a solution that is a service, like say a startup that does like solves a problem with a service, like the way you're like Swiggy, Zomato, Blinkit, all those are services.
Yeah.
Someone might have like designed, thought of it at one point, so that would come under service design. So something.
The app, sure, but like the
No, even the whole idea.
idea of it, yeah.
The app in itself is just UI.
UI.
हाँ वो तो UI हो गया. अभी तो जाएगा भाई.
देखते हैं.
देखते हैं भाई.
Bad product design.
Bad.
बेचारे निंटेंडो वालों की गलती है क्या?
20 कितने साल हो गए इसको? 10.
We को.
We came out in 2005.
We bought it in
2013, yeah.
So old things they really last long.
हाँ, but don't you think कि जो पुराने products, जो like पुराने electronics से थे and the basically the old products, like even cars, if you see, they had a better build quality than
They were designed to last longer.
yeah. So why do you think it's happening? Like आजकल के जो products हैं वो why are they so fragile?
I don't think that's just a problem in today's products. So there's a theory that the world's longest lasting light bulb can last forever and not actually ever burn out. So and apparently it's a thing that light bulbs used to last like much longer, and this is when light bulbs were first invented. The first few companies had come up with it, and then they kind of formed a union where they decided that all of them will set, like they'll make it such that it only lasts for a particular amount of time and not cross that. No company out of those 4 or 5 companies would cross that, so that people would buy more light bulbs after that, you know. So I think this is an actual thing, like
Apple was also sued because it is said that they design their products to fail. Like the battery starts degrading, and that to chal battery is still normal.
with software updates, it
Software,
becomes slow.
yeah,
That's what
they
even-
slow it using the
yeah.
software updates and all that.
But I mean, that is like that comes with business. That comes with like
obviously.
someone, owning a business.
Because-
Like when you have a product, you want people to buy the newer version.
Yeah.
You want people to like, upgrade, keep upgrading, keep wanting the newer things. And yeah, like even if you see a lot of these appliances nowadays, like there's not that much design that can be changed. There's not that much like functional change that can be made.
Yeah.
So you will have like one color being different, one material being different. You will have like the shape being slightly different. Like something will be easier to hold a little.
Yeah,
So
they don't have anything new coming up. Like
yeah, you
When-
don't have that much.
when you had smartphones first come in, every year we used to get a new feature or something different. But now I think they have perfected the design. So
Yeah, and it's hard
Yeah.
to make so many changes without over designing.
yeah,
So that's where
Like-
it's come from. And now also that's why products like I think last like not as long, because you need, like, companies need to make money, they need to keep coming up with new products, so then they need to like create things that last for a certain amount of years only.
Bro, because like I'm using PS5 very rarely, and उसका remote इतनी बार खराब हो चुका है, and I don't even play that much. And this Wii, bro, this is like like 13, 15, 14 years old. This is still running.
Yeah.
And do you know this Tupperware? They got bankrupt because their product is so good and no one is buying.
Long lasting. It's so long lasting that people won't buy it.
I think that is the reason why these guys have, you know, shifted towards more like a consumerist approach.
Yeah.
Keep buying, keep the wheels running.
Because bro, that is like अगर तुम वो नहीं करोगे तो business कैसे आगे बढ़ेगा?
But this is an American concept of like just buying new things every.
Yeah,
Like
but I
few
think
months
what
and-
happens in America starts happening all over the world
Yeah.
because America is the
West-
biggest economy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Having a lot of like Indian customs are like, it encourages you to like use,
Yeah,
you know, things for longer
Long, yeah.
and conserve more.
yeah. I think that's reducing amongst our
Yeah.
generation, Gen Z.
Very sad, but like all of us
Yeah.
and the other problems.
Because then if you see like many companies which had good products are now like not, you can't see them around, like BlackBerry and stuff. Where is
BlackBerry
BlackBerry?
No, but I think this is the thing that's happening with every company only. Like, सबका ही quality गिर गया है, सबका ही quality like कम हो गया है. Even like it's any phone you see, like your older phones also like much less fragile. You know, every product of yours like was more durable earlier, but I mean I think that's just the like way it is.
He's saying कि the companies who did not adopt that approach, they have went bankrupt.
Yeah, who stayed, because I think that's like a cycle of a company.
Yeah.
I don't like how Apple is just there at the top every time.
Because they keep finding new ways to sell you, na? They keep finding new ways.
It's become more of like a selling thing. Ki bhai, my numbers, sales numbers should be up. Market value should be up, instead of actually making a very good product.
True.
I think it's just more about ki bhai, I want my numbers up. I want to stay in the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Try to use putter, I think.
Left में डाल, I think.
हाँ, एकदम सीधा, full power.
Right में मत कर, तू right में है.
Right में नहीं करूँ.
Left कर, left. थोड़ा और.
अबे
खोल के left में ले. Left.
That's the left, no.
So you're towards the right.
हाँ, थोड़ा और left ना.
नीचे देखना, blue तेरा right में है. बहुत.
diamond जितना. हाँ.
बट रफ पे है, तो ज्यादा जाएगा तो भी ठीक है.
ठीक है.
ज़्यादा आगे.
रफ पे है.
Oh.
All left होना.
This is like people do podcasts on a golf course and we are doing it on V golf.
Bro,
Dude, on a
because
golf course would be fucking
One
crazy.
day, if you buy enough backspace, we will go to a golf course and do it.
anyway, something surprising is coming. So, yeah.
Yo, what if we drop a golf inspired bottle?
At leisure.
At leisure, like the old money aesthetic. Linen pants. Full aesthetic change.
Cargo pant, you keep your golf ka ball. You keep the put, you keep your
Shit.
cigar.
You put that like
Bro.
flap to be able to hang your.
Old money cargo pants would be crazy, bro.
To put your stick cigar one here, your cigar cutter here.
Damn.
Oh,
Bro, this map is not designed
Yeah,
properly.
yeah.
This map is not designed properly.
bro,
bad product. अरे पुटरले. But like there
Ah,
Oh.
no.
there have been comparisons of like McDonald's McDonald's centers
Windows Center as in
outlets.
outlets, no?
Yeah. In America in the 80s and now.
Yeah.
In the 80s, like the designing of the outlet and everything, it had one great vibe to it, like a very retro vibe.
हाँ.
But now it's just like अरे बनाओ.
मतलब minimalism हो गया ना बहुत
Just
सारा.
like
और
it,
मतलब
like this
But abhi
brutalist.
brands are losing their identity, you know. Like,
Everything is
the
getting dull.
trend is
Everything is getting
there's
dull.
a trend. The trend is minimalism, and in that everything is just becoming bland. Like modern minimalist, wo bas it's losing its personality. Like if you see Jaguar, for example, the logo had so much depth to it. Like it meant something, you know. It had a personality.
That a history behind it.
Abhi, it's just another logo. Like it's just another font, you know, that
Yeah.
they've used. There's nothing in that logo, and that's what almost all the brands are doing. And it's honestly very sad to look at because it feels like design is dying. Everything looks the same, plain, boring.
Yeah.
Like there's no creativity in that. There's no like personality only to the logo.
Hmm. I think it's an overall trend like of the 2020s. I think even all the stores of
Yeah.
all the clothing brands or any other brands, it all looks the same.
Even buildings, if you look at
Yeah.
buildings in Bombay, in New York, in basically all these business districts, like there's no character to the
Yeah.
buildings. Everything is just a replica of
Yeah.
like the previous.
It will be a glass house and all every building looks the
Yeah.
same. Or it will be like a dull.
Yeah, and it's very sad to like
Yeah.
look at that. Like it's so draining. It's like you're draining.
And energy of a person.
Yeah.
Do you think there was a spiritual aspect to like how things were designed? Let's say in architecture, how buildings were designed, like in designing a temple. I'm going on an architect side, but it's like really big product designing, in my opinion. That's what it is.
Earlier, though,
So like the
Obviously,
shapes
there
and the
was.
sizes and how it is
Yeah.
carved and it is made.
There definitely was like a spiritual influence पहले तो, and like earlier बहुत thoughtful design होता था, and कोई भी if you see any temple, any like old cave, whatever, like it was very, every element had, there was a reason as to why every element was there, why it was a certain shape, a certain height, an angle, like all the designs they depicted something or the other.
Yeah.
So that was definitely there, and spiritual influence
Yeah.
was
But I
also
think
there.
the पहले anything building हो गया कुछ भी हो गया मतलब that used to like enrich your soul and मतलब it अभी जैसा बनाते हैं it saps your energy like कहाँ हूँ मैं
Like there's no motivation or inspiration looking at things.
yeah.
And design, a lot of designers become very lazy also.
Yeah.
So
And economical.
I think capitalism का भी है इसमें हाथ like
yeah.
To make it cheap, to not use labor or take time to make things.
post World War II सब जल्दी वापस rebuild करने के लिए they started making
I
it very
think
fast.
more than post World War II also, it was like much after that.
Yeah.
Like even then
There
there were different styles, there were different like,
Hmm.
you know, every region did it in a different way. I think it
Yeah.
was just like over the years, and
Yeah.
it started getting simpler. You started trying to make like things easier to construct, to build,
Yeah.
and then it became less of like being about the building and more of like what was going on inside it, which is where I think like
Yeah.
the personality went away.
Yeah.
And then just minimalism becoming a trend was just where it kind of like came in.
But where do you think that trend came from? Like when did that happen? When did that era
2010s
change?
में
2010s when Google got
corporate minimalism.
Yeah.
that Gmail account thing. I clearly remember in 2020.
Facebook also, bro.
I think it
Facebook
was about making things simpler, because पहले maximalism होता था at one point, and then उसके बाद it was just kind of trying to overcompensate for that.
But bro, पहले if you see, all the logos had
Character.
character to it. अभी देखोगे तो सब सेम सेम
It's
दिखता
just
है.
2D.
सब सेम लगता है, सब बस
Illustrator.
fonts है, सब बस
फ्लैट है
एक-
सारे डिजाइन
हाँ,
सारे
ऑल कोई भी आइकॉन होगा तो इधर they'll take out the icon या आइकॉन को बहुत ओवर सिंपलीफाई कर देते हैं.
Bro, everyone's like पापा हो मैं.
Even if you go to do something like even our logo is like really simple and it's just 2D. But if you go to do something extravagant, people will not like it. They'll reject it because they're so attuned to having this minimalist.
But it also depends on the brand.
it's not that simple also
if
bro.
you
We
have-
have different elements
Our logo is not simple.
if
Or
if
more
our
than
logo was
anything.
simple it was just like Montserrat form में backspace लिख दिया बस
But see,
वैसा
more
होता
than, yeah, see, that is what would be
हाँ.
completely simple.
yeah
Like, you have so many streetwear brands that are just doing that, jinka logo is just, you know, the name written in like a
in the
stylized font.
yeah
But also with something like streetwear, you can't even go overboard with like an
Ah.
over designed logo where you have so much, like you have a lot going on in the visual.
Hmm.
Because that is more for like luxury, more to show like grandeur and like, yeah, streetwear can be luxury, but it's not like supposed to be grand. It's
it
not
has a
supposed
certain
to be,
aesthetic
yeah, and even
Yeah.
the luxury is more of a rugged luxury. So then it's not supposed to look clean or chic or
Yeah.
you know like royal. It's supposed to look like more earthy, more grounded, more like, yeah, just rugged is the word. So
Hmm.
in that, then yeah, fine, you like obviously don't just use like a text or a font, but then
Hmm. You
I
don't
mean,
overdo it also
you don't overdo it. Exactly.
Not a,
But not only the logos. If you just stores as well, the physical stores.
yeah that we discussed right
left में रख and तीन पे रख.
everything looks the all the stores look the same
Yeah, the stores, I think it's also about, oh shit, it's also about like एक brand का कुछ काम कर गया तो then दूसरे सब copy कर रहे हैं.
Ah.
And I think that, like, not to take any names, but then it's like we've seen that with a lot of brands. You know,
Lot
and
of
I think we
brands.
all know
Yeah.
what we're talking about. Worked with one brand and then all the stores are copying the same thing.
Hmm.
So I think, I mean, that doesn't really work, like in my opinion, where हर brand का अलग personality होता है and you have to be able to show your brand's personality through your store, through your identity, through your designs, social media, everything. Even the way like you're conducting yourself, like it needs to speak of the brand, like you're an image of the brand also. So you can't just copy some other design, you can't just copy someone else's
Hmm.
identity. Like,
yeah
doesn't work in my opinion.
Hmm.
And there's only so long that it'll last. Like, yeah. Not bad.
But what do you think? Like, will we get out of this, or will it just keep getting worse with AI also coming into the picture, and it will just keep getting worse?
I think yeah, AI is a big influence.
Yeah.
Where if everyone's using AI, then you're gonna be getting the same results.
Yeah.
But I think like at some point people will get tired of it, will get bored of
Yeah.
it. So I'm sure like it's bound to like change.
I think Gen Z will do something.
Hopefully, what I feel like I feel like it's gonna be a case where people will get so tired that maximalism will start. Like they'll start overcompensating.
Nice shot.
So, bro, we are on the hole 6. 3 more holes to go. But I think the podcast is
Podcast might end before that.
before that.
But
Yeah.
we'll let you guys know the results. So
Looking bad for me.
So, what tips would you give to the new designers?
Designers. Yeah, I think like I mentioned before, you have to stay curious. And one thing that I've recently gotten back into that I've realized has helped me so much is just to keep like sketching, or if someone you know likes writing, like they prefer writing, then just keep writing down like your thoughts, or just carry a notebook with you and just like looking at things, observing new things. Like I realized that whenever like like now that I've started sketching again, like I'll carry my book to places, I'll carry it to a cafe, I'll carry it to like my morning run, and I'll just sit and sketch for a bit. I started observing more, and like it really does help you when you don't realize, like it helps you in like ways. It all comes back to you, like when you're designing, you keep looking at inspiration, look at what other people are doing, ask them what they're doing, like keep seeing projects on like Behance, just things around you, just be aware of what's happening around you in the world, and just try and understand, like stay curious and understand why, like maybe a certain behavior or certain pattern is like, you know, being seen, why people are reacting a certain way, why people are, you know, using a certain product in a certain way, or just try and understand like behaviors, patterns, try and make connections, form connections, read a lot more. Like I think it's just about that, and just you should want to learn more. That's and one thing is, just don't always think that you know enough, or that like your designs are the best or like great, and don't keep yourself in mind when you're designing, like you are not the user. And yeah, I think that's about it.
So, let's say if someone wants to start freelancing, from where do they start?
I think, I mean, it depends. It depends on like what you want to freelance in exactly. Design is very vast, and you need to have the skill set. You need to like see. You need to obviously make a portfolio for someone to know what like your work is like. It's a plus nine.
Water hazard.
Water hazard. But yeah, like, and your portfolio, it essentially needs to be a reflection of you, and someone, like it should be easy to understand. Someone from like a 6-year old to a 60-year-old should be able to understand who you are through your portfolio. And one problem that I have seen like around, whenever I see like portfolios, whenever I like look at portfolios for inspiration or just to understand, like all of them look the same. Like I can't recall or remember any like portfolio. There's very few that stand out, and they all look the same. So it's important for a portfolio like to be able to like communicate who you are as a person. And I got this feedback when I was like showing my like last year's portfolio to one of my mentors, where he also told me that he couldn't really tell who I was as a person, and it like my portfolio looked good and everything, but it just didn't communicate anything about me. It had no individuality. So I think that is something that's very, very important, and that's something that even I'm like working on, like putting across. And I think once you have that, once you just understand who you are and what you want someone to know by looking at your portfolio, you just communicate that. And I think once you have that, then someone will understand like at least how your work is. And if you can think in that thought process, then it's like easier for someone to even understand. And if you're like just knowing how to do research or something, that comes with practice. So like just keep doing practice projects, I guess.
Yeah.
A lot of your friends would be doing like freelancing and internships while your course was ongoing. right?
Yeah.
So, like, where do you find the clients for the, yeah, like, let's say you design your portfolio and everything. So, like, after that, what is the process? Where do
So-
they find the clients?
Again, this question I think depends from like discipline to discipline.
Yeah.
Now, if you're in something like in a more visual communication based design, then you can do like a possible redesign of a brand you like
Yeah.
and send it to the brand, or you can tell them propose something to it, or you can put your work out, keep putting work out on Instagram, LinkedIn, Behance, all of it, and hope someone, you know, finds you. Or yeah, like you just send your work to brands or to people you like and just approach them, make that move. And it's a little more difficult for something like hardcore industrial design, because it's harder to like kind of get into the field. And but I think all you have to do is then just send your portfolio to like people you found on LinkedIn and stuff.
And do you
About
think
that.
this Upwork and what is the other one? Fiverr?
Hmm.
Do you think that works?
I mean, I haven't used it.
For certain
personally.
industries, it would. Like if someone is a graphic designer, I think it could work
Yeah.
out for them potentially.
I mean, I can't really say if it works
Yeah.
or not because I've not used it myself. So
Hmm.
a little hard for me to say myself. But yeah, I mean, I think like just make as many connections as you can. Like one thing is like you can. There are a lot of like designer events happening around. Like
You can network there.
keep networking, keep talking to more people. Like whoever you find, if you find like mentors, and keep connect with them. And yeah, like there's nothing wrong in using contacts if you have any
Yeah.
access to them.
Yeah, if you
So,
have, then why not?
yeah,
Might as well.
might as well.
Okay, so there you have it, guys. All the tips and everything.
Any closing statements? Anything?
I think keep watching and keep stay tuned for what's next.
Yup. Bye guys. We'll let you know the results of the game.
Of the
Yeah.
See you.
See you guys.
bye bye, guys.